Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Out of Boston here, aka the King of Boston. Today we're back for episode 42 of the Celtics by GM, and you can see we're simulating up to the first elimination game. We take a loss in game 4, so the series is split at 2-2, but we take game 5 in Boston, so we're headed back to Chicago for game 6. Take a look at this 118-65 drubbing we gave Chicago in game 3. We ended up holding them to 9 points in the second quarter. That is pretty crazy, but take a look at the bracket before we get into Game 6 of the 2016 Eastern Conference Finals. In Chicago, the Bulls will be fighting for their playoffs lives. The Celtics looking to clinch their first trip back to the finals in 6 years since 2010. The last time they made it when they lost to the Lakers in 7 games. But you can take a look in Chicago. Bulls getting hyped before the game. Check out the always cool playoff highlight reel of the show, although it's very repetitive, but still some cool highlights in here. You can see Derrick Rose, Eric Bledsoe, battle of two hyper athletic point guards, which has been a fun matchup to watch all series, and obviously just a battle of two really good teams. They played in the playoffs last year. The Bulls took it home in 7. The Celtics looking to try to not have that repeat. They would like to wrap this up in 6, not have to go back to Boston for game 7. But nonetheless, we are ready to get things started. Tip-off, it was going to be won by Roy Hibbert, and the game is underway. Bledsoe dribbling the ball up, trying to cross up Derrick Rose. Nice little hesitation dribble behind the back. Looks for a screen from Hibbert. Tries to get by. He's going to end up dishing it off to Hibbert, who will lay it in with the left hand. And one. Foul on Carlos Boozer, and we are underway from the United Center. Derrick Rose dribbling right. He's going to cut it back to the middle, give it to Jimmy Butler in the corner, and Jimmy buckets. Gets the 3 to go, so 11-9 already. The score here, Bulls up by 2. Rose sizing up Bledsoe, getting by him in the paint. Help defense was late, and the Bulls are on the board, or the Bulls have now extended their lead to 4 points. But Bledsoe to the hoop, using that athleticism and that quickness to get by, get in the lane and slam it down for 2 with one hand. Check him out, getting over 30, about 35 inches on that vert. Nice play by Eric Bledsoe, and Jalil Okafor with the ball, giving it back to Avery Bradley. Bradley looking for the screen from Okafor. He's going to kick it to Eric Bledsoe. You can see 3 defenders collapse on the pick and roll. Bledsoe's going to cut to fill space and get an easy mid-range jumper. Bledsoe's not a great shooter. He's a good mid-range shooter. He's an okay 3-point shooter, so although the 3-point shot's almost always a better shot than the long 2, there you don't mind Bledsoe taking a step in and knocking down the easy J. Bledsoe, though, kicking it to Jabari for the 3, and Jabari Parker knocks it down, giving the Celtics the lead. 20-17 is the score on his first field goal of the ball game. Now down low to Pierce in the post, being covered by Tony Snell, and Pierce just shakes him and bakes him right there with the fadeaway jumper. 22-17, but Snell trying to get it right back. Ends up kicking it out to Marquise Teague to the lane, in for 2, and now a 4-point game. Allen's shot no good, and that will end off the quarter. Celtics up by 4, 23-19 is the score. A good quarter for the C's. Given that they're holding the Bulls to 19 points, that's obviously a pretty good defensive quarter, which is obviously, or not obviously, but it's, as I've said before, what I look for in each quarter. So 23-22, Norris Cole fadeaway jumper, no good. Carlos Boozer with the board out to Derrick Rose. Rose, great crossover dribble right there. It was kind of subtle, but he switched hands and really had me fooled. I was trying to cover with Avery Bradley, and he really fooled me up with that one. Sullinger, though, subtle little pick and pop right there. Not exactly a hard screen set, not exactly one that created a lot of space, but he knocks down the jumper anyway. But the Bulls answer right back. Jimmy Butler for 2, 26-25. Now Sullinger with the ball, actually getting a screen from Pierce right here. This just sets up Pierce in the post. He's actually going to end up facing up and putting that layup in. And the 1 foul on Jimmy Butler, so it's a 2-point game. Heinrich 3, no good. That's going to be rebounded by Cole Aldrich, though. Nice little finger roll layup right there to put it in, and we were all tied at 28. But Derrick Rose with the ball, going to kick it out to Luol Deng. Deng trying to create space at the end of the shot clock, just spins around and knocks down the jumper. So it's 30-30. That ball's almost stolen, but Jabari's going to retrieve it. And there's going to be no 8-second call as the ball was tipped. So we bring the ball up 30-30. Parker trying to drive in, use some speed, kicking it down to Jared Sullinger, who's going to make a move on Aldrich. And Cole Aldrich just looking horrendous on defense right there. So 32-30, Rose with the ball though, and Allen, oh Ray Allen, you are not covering Derrick Rose in 2016. That is not going to happen. It wouldn't happen in 2014. Probably wouldn't happen really at any point in when these two players were playing, you know, considering Rose came into the league at the time and Allen was already like 32, 33 years old. So nonetheless, 34-32 after that Bledsoe dunk, 2-point lead, but Rose answers right back, getting in the lane with the finger roll. So Derrick Rose having his way right now with the Celtics defense in the second quarter, but we still held them to only 34 points, so our defense is still playing strong. Aldrich, we allowed to get an easy layup right there. That was much too easy, but now a 2-point lead for the Bulls, 1:35 to play in the second quarter. We're going to kick it to Marcus Page, who is just being sagged off right there off ball, and Page knocks down the open look. Now a 1-point lead for the Bulls. Teague out to Tony Snell for the 3, and he gets it to go, so it's a 4-point lead for the Bulls, and that's going to be the lead going into the half. And I've decided not to show you guys the player interviews anymore just because a lot of you have been saying how they're getting repetitive, and it's been with the same couple of people really ever since year 2 or 3 of this. So I guess year 2 because it only is year 3, but nonetheless, 4-point game, start of the third quarter. Rose with the ball, just dribbling it right by Eric Bledsoe. Beautiful cut by Joakim Noah and great find by Bledsoe, but Hibbert misses his jumper. But check out Sullinger reaching to get that rebound, and then the little flip shot to go. Jared Sullinger is just beasting right now. He's had a great performance, and now we're going to hit the cutting Avery Bradley for the easy layup to give us the 1-point lead. Now 49-48, up the court. Derrick Rose with the ball on the fast break, gives it to Luol Deng. Great extra pass right there, and the Bulls retake the lead. A back and forth game right now, 50-49. Hibbert out to Jabari, who's going to pump fake, gets Jimmy Butler to jump in, and then Jabari Parker posterizes Carlos Boozer. And an underrated part of this game, or another kind of minor aspect I should say, or I guess a minor storyline, Jabari Parker playing in his hometown. He is from Chicago. He went to Simeon High School, the same high school that Derrick Rose went to. So a little bit of a little storyline going on there. I don't know, but nonetheless, 3-point game. Bledsoe with the ball, dribbling in, kicks it to Allen on the 3. I love looking for Ray Allen on the fast break for 3. Always trails right to the 3-point line. He's always open. Check out the extra pass right here. This is just a beautiful decision by Page. Instead of taking the pull-up 2 or the pull-up 3, he's going to give it to Avery Bradley, who's going to take the corner spot-up 3. That 3 that Bradley took a little bit shorter than Page's. Bradley probably the better shooter anyway, especially off of a spot-up. So, great decision by Page right there. Now, Heinrich to the lane. He gets it to go. The Bulls are trying to tread water here a little bit, try to withstand this run that the Celtics are going on. They're up by 10, but Tony Snell has something to say about that, and 1 at the end of the quarter. But we're going to extend the lead back up to 10, and that's going to be the score heading into the 4th and final quarter of this ballgame. 71-61 is the score. Celtics on top, and they'll be looking to pull away here in this 4th. The Bulls just trying to get back in this one. We broke the Bulls defense down pretty effectively in that third quarter, leading to, I believe, a quarter in which we scored 31 points, which is something you don't do too often against the Bulls. So that was really what separated the game so far. It's what has separated the game so far. Now Jimmy Butler, though, trying to get it to Carlos Boozer. Mishandled, but Boozer gets it back, puts it in. It's an 8-point game. The Bulls are not done yet, but Jabari pump fakes, down low to Sullinger. Easy 2 right there. Great slip on the off-ball screen right there. I love doing the slips off of the off-ball screens. Bledsoe to the hoop, and 1, and that's going to put the lead back up at 11. A huge shot from Eric Bledsoe, but that one's stolen right back. Jimmy Butler down low to Boozer for 2, and he slams it down, so 80-71. Bulls not going away. Bradley, he's blocked, but Hibbert gets the rebound back to Jabari for 2, and he gets it to go. Sometimes you just get the luck of the bounce, and that was pretty much what happened right there. So Jabari Parker with the steal, giving it to Eric Bledsoe for the slam, and the lead is back up to 13. Now we get a steal. Bradley pulls up, meant to go for a layup right there, but I pulled up instead, and that's going to make it a 15-point game. Luol Deng long 2, it's good to the Bulls. Here we go. They're not going away yet. 4 minutes left. They're fighting for their season. Sullinger, great extra pass to Hibbert right there, and the lead is back up to 15, 88-73. But here comes Derrick Rose slamming it down, one hand on the other end, and the lead is down to 13. So we're treading water right now. Obviously, if we tread water for the rest of the game, that's going to do it for us. The Bulls have to go on some sort of run right here. 2:50 to play. Jimmy Butler with the ball, getting around Bradley, pulling up for the long 2, foot on the line, and that'll cut the lead down to 11. Now still an 11-point game, 90-79. Derrick Rose just, oh my goodness, putting Hibbert in the spin cycle, and Rose gets it to go. Now 90-83. Butler pull up 3 in transition to Pewitt right there. Easy money for Jimmy Butler right there, so we're going to try and get the ball inbounded. But Joakim Noah steals it, and he puts it up, and 1. And a free throw with a chance to cut the lead to 2. Joakim Noah and Jimmy Butler combined for a 6-point play, essentially, right there. Now a 2-point game. Derrick Rose, 8 seconds left, gets it to go. Derrick Rose has tied the game. So 5 seconds left. We're going to go to Jabari Parker, try to get it in quick, get in the paint, and oh, Jabari Parker almost posterizes Joakim Noah, but he draws the foul, makes the first. Here he's going to make the second, so 2.7 seconds left. No timeouts for the Bulls. They're trying to get it in quickly to Rose. Rose doesn't even take a dribble, full court shot, no good, and the Celtics are going back to the NBA Finals for the first time since 2010. A valiant effort by the Bulls, who almost made a phenomenal comeback there at the end, but it couldn't, or they could not do it, I should say. God, I'm scrambling for words today. I've tried to commentate this video like 4 times today, and none of them have gone very well. So, anyway, the Bulls obviously walk off the court disappointed. Disappointed way to end their season. Game 6 on their home court. They end up losing in the Eastern Conference Finals. But The Celtics, on the other hand, going back to the finals, where if you saw in the beginning of the video, they'll be taking on the winner of the Sacramento-Utah series. So some weird teams in the conference finals this year. In fact, 3 of the like 7 or 8 worst teams in basketball in real life this year in the conference finals in this association. But take a look at the box score. Sullinger, big game. Bledsoe at 22 and 8. He was the player of the game. Just great games all around from a lot of guys in our team. We held Rose to 25 points on 21 shots. Boozer had 17, but Butler only had 13, and Noah only had like 9 on 10 shots. So that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Hope you did enjoy, and zoom out. Peace.